Apple is gearing up for one of its biggest iPhone years yet, and if the latest leaks are accurate, 2026 could be the moment the company does two things at once. Perfect the classic Pro formula with the iPhone 18 Pro, and completely change the conversation by launching its first foldable phone, widely rumored as the iPhone Fold. In today's video, we're breaking down every major iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone Fold leak: display, camera upgrades, battery life, pricing, and release timing, plus what Apple might be planning beyond 2026. Let's start with the phone most people will buy, the iPhone 18 Pro. The iPhone 18 Pro looks set to stick with Apple's familiar premium design language, but the upgrades this time aren't just nice to have. They're the kind of changes that affect real daily use: photo, zoom, video calls, and especially battery. First up, design and colors. Leaks suggest Apple will keep the overall Pro styling, but add a new maroon color option. Apple's Pro colors usually lean subtle and professional, so a deep maroon could be the standout choice for people who want something different without going too flashy. The idea here is simple: keep the iconic look, but refresh it enough that 2026 models feel new the moment you see them. Now to the camera, because that's where Apple is expected to push hardest. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is a variable aperture system. If Apple brings this to the iPhone 18 Pro, it could mean better control over how much light hits the sensor, leading to stronger low-light performance, improved depth effects, and more natural background blur without relying entirely on software tricks. For creators, it could also mean more consistent results. Between bright daylight and indoor scenes, the telephoto camera is also rumored to jump to up to 10x optical zoom. If that happens, it's a major move because it changes how people use the iPhone camera in real-life travel shots, portraits from a distance, concerts, sports, even casual street photography. More optical zoom also means less quality loss compared to digital zoom.n for the front camera. Leaks point to a 24MP selfie camera that could translate into sharper selfies, cleaner detail in social videos, and noticeably better quality for face calls, especially important. Now that video, calls, and front camera content are a daily habit for so many users. Then there's battery life, possibly the most exciting part for regular users. The iPhone 18 Pro is expected to use Apple's A20 chip, and combined with a larger battery, rumors claim it could reach over 40 hours of usage on a single charge. Even if real-world numbers land lower, any big jump here would be a huge win. More battery means less anxiety, fewer midday charges, and better long-term performance when the battery health inevitably drops over time. Now, pricing, because upgrades usually come with a cost. But according to the leak, Apple may keep the iPhone 18 Pro pricing similar to the current Pro lineup. If that's true, it's a strategic play. Deliver meaningful improvements while keeping the Pro model feeling worth it, compared to competitors that raise prices every year. So that's the iPhone 18 Pro: familiar, premium, and upgraded where it matters. But the real headline for 2026 is Apple's Foldable, the iPhone Fold. If it launches as expected, would be Apple's first foldable smartphone. And Apple rarely enters a category early. The company usually waits, studies what works, and then tries to deliver the most polished mainstream version. That's exactly what this leak is suggesting. Let's talk about the design and display experience. The iPhone Fold is rumored to have a 5.3-inch outer display when closed, easy to use, one-handed, and perfect for quick tasks like messages, calls, maps, and notifications. When unfolded, it reportedly opens up to a 7.8-inch display, turning it into something closer to a mini tablet. That kind of screen size could make it ideal for multitasking, watching content, editing photos, reading, and working on the go without carrying an iPad. One of the most interesting rumored decisions is Face ID being removed on the Fold and replaced with Touch ID built into the power button. That would make sense for a foldable design where face scanning angles can vary depending on how you're holding the device. A fast fingerprint sensor in the power button could be the most practical option: simple, reliable, and quick whether the phone is open or closed. The design detail also mentioned is a black camera plateau across all color options. giving the back a uniform look no matter what finish you choose. Apple tends to obsess over visual consistency, so this would fit their style. Now, durability, because foldables live or die by one question: will it hold up? Leaks claim Apple is targeting a crease-free main display. That's huge, because the visible crease is one of the biggest complaints about foldables today. If Apple can reduce it significantly or make it nearly invisible, immediately elevates the experience and makes the device feel more normal to everyday users. On top of that, the Fold is rumored to have improved scratch resistance. Foldable displays are usually more delicate than regular phone glass, so any serious improvement here could be a major competitive advantage. And then there's the hinge, possibly made with a liquid metal design. The hinge is the heart of a foldable, and it's also the most common failure point. A stronger, longer-lasting hinge would be Apple's way of telling buyers this isn't an experimental product. It's an everyday iPhone you can trust for years. Battery is another major highlight. The iPhone Fold is rumored to include a 5,500 mAh battery, potentially the largest battery ever in an Apple device. That's important because foldables use bigger displays, and bigger displays drain more power. If Apple is truly going big on battery, it suggests they're prioritizing all-day reliability, so you can actually use that large unfolded screen without constantly watching the battery percentage. But, of course, premium innovation comes with premium pricing. The starting price is rumored to be around $2,000. That positions the iPhone Fold as a luxury, high-end device aimed at early adopters, tech enthusiasts, business users, and anyone who wants one device that can act like both phone and tablet. Now, what about Apple's future beyond this first foldable? Leaks suggest Apple may already be working on a flip-style foldable iPhone, but it likely won't arrive before 2027. That would be Apple expanding the foldable lineup into different form factors, one focused on productivity and screen space, and another focused on compact portability. There's also talk of a staggered release schedule for the broader iPhone 18 family. While the iPhone 18 Pro could launch in 2026, the standard iPhone 18 and an Air 2" model are rumored for 2027. That kind of staggered rollout would help Apple manage production. If foldables are entering the lineup and supply chains need time to scale. So when you look at the full picture, 2026 could be Apple's two-track iPhone strategy: the iPhone 18 Pro for users who want the best traditional iPhone with serious camera and battery upgrades, and the iPhone Fold for users who want the next evolution of the iPhone form factor. If these leaks hold up, Apple isn't just refreshing iPhones in 2026, it's redefining what an iPhone can be.